God. Didn't think I would have to do this. Didn't think I'd have to do this, but we got a problem. We got some bad news, huh? Don't we, EJ? Listen. There was, as you know, there was a big boxing match being prepared between EJ and the Crow. But unfortunately, we do not know if that boxing match is actually going to happen now. I know you're thinking, what could have happened? We've had the last 3 weeks where you've been saying it's definitely going to happen. Boom, we're talking about flying people out. We're talking about, getting ring girls, all kind of insane stuff. Eddie's been training like a beast. But the other day, I was under the impression that Clay and I were setting things up and that everything was kosher. Everything was copacetic. All the rules and regulations were set out. But apparently, we had to do some further negotiation between the two fighters. And that last negotiation did not go well at all. It actually descended into absolute chaos. And now we do not know if the fight will even happen because we have not come to an agreement between both fighters. So I'm very saddened to say this because although I personally do not care about this fight, I care about it because I know the audience wants to see it. I know that you would like to see this fight go down. So in the event that this fight does not happen, which I'm 95% sure it won't, I apologize. I apologize because I know you wanted to see it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. The way Clay and I were doing it seemed like the correct way, but I guess it was not, and it caused a lot of trouble. It caused a lot of drama that is continuing as we speak. And I would like to say that
I just have one thing to say. I just don't like that you say fighters.
You don't agree. What are you saying?
I was not there when all these shenanigans went down. So, and I'm not complaining.
You're not complaining about the rules, regulations, and stipulations that were set out prior. Is that your statement?
No. I think the issues that were brought up by my competitor, I just assumed those were we already thought.
You already handled.
I already thought that the way it was happening was the way you were doing it.
We all thought the way it was happening was the correct way, but apparently it was not the correct way. And this
I don't know if it was about correct, but I just thought that was the most feasible way.
Right.
It's the easiest way.
So did we. Apparently, it is not. It has caused a lot of drama. It has caused a lot of turbulence right now. So we don't know where this will end up, but I have a feeling it will not end up in a backyard brawl like it should have been. So sorry to tell you that, but I wanted to start the show off with that so we could just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just get it off, and now we can move on to bigger and better things. Has everything been said, EJ? Do you think we need to go on? I think that's it, right?
No, unless we get further updates.
Right. But as of this second, I've said it all, right?
As of the second, I don't really think anything else needs to be said.
All right, perfect. Listen to this conversation I overhear in the elevator the other day, okay? I'm walking in the elevator, and I see this guy talking on the phone, and he's like talking to, I'm assuming it's a woman, and he's like, nah, that's not right. He needs to pay for your room. He needs to do this for you. It's the least he could do after shooting you with a bow and arrow, and you were locking yourself in a room. I was like, hey, Rick, like, what? And then he looks at me, and he like kind of moves the phone away. He goes, listen to this, right? He's like, isn't it the least somebody could do is pay for their room after they shoot somebody in the leg with a bow and arrow? I'm like, that sounds about right. Yeah, I would assume paying for the hotel. He's like, we could have sent this dude to prison. We could have done this and that, but we let it slide. I'm like, what? Like, what kind of fight? Like, who was she fighting with? Joe Rogan? Like, that's the only person I can imagine pulling out a bow and arrow and just catching somebody right in the leg. That was probably the most absurd conversation I've ever heard. Like, I've ever just ear hustled in my life. My girl got hit with a bow and arrow. She didn't press charges. I would have walked, if I was her, I would have walked in the station with the arrow in my leg. Like, let's go, take DNA samples. Let's go. I got shot in the leg, right? I'm not pulling it out.
I mean, she knows who shot her.
Right, but I'm going in with the evidence, I'm saying.
No, yeah, but like.
You think, what do you think? She think she was right letting it slide? Well, look what happened. Now the guy won't even pay for a room. Isn't that absurd? The guy can't even reciprocate a little bit.
I personally, I think that's crazy, bro. I think that's crazy. I would have been like, you're gonna like pay for my hospital bills, bro. Like, fuck a hotel room.
You're gonna pay for a lot more than just a hotel. That's where it needs to begin. You're not wrong about that.
You gotta put me up in the hospital
so I can recuperate. Pay for my insurance.
Surgery.
Pay for my insurance bill. I was listening to Kurt Angle talk about him going to the hospital for something. Kurt Angle's I'm assuming a very wealthy guy, and he was saying like they charged him I think like $30 per little, like the little cans of soda, like the ginger ales. Not the 8 ounce, like the 6 ounce or like a fucking 4 ounce. They charge him like $30 per can. He was talking about it on Rogan. It was insane.
You lying,
no,
bro.
You gotta listen to it. It was like some absurd amount of money. He's like, I'm just telling, hey, bring another one. Keep him coming, baby, like a bartender. And when he saw that bill, he went, like $30 per can. My man spent like $400 on ginger. You could have had your wife smuggle it in, bro. Bring me a couple 2 liters.
Bro, you could have went to the vending machine in the hospital and got a soda for like $2.
Yeah, they probably. Oh, you know what happened to me at the vending machine?
They're probably taking his $30, getting a can from the machine, and then pocketing the other fucking $28. And they're like,
yeah, exactly, right. But it's like in a baby can too. It's like the little baby cans that he was talking about. Yeah, listen to this.
What hospital is he staying at? Where is he?
I'm assuming it's top of the line with his, his budget. He's not I don't think he broke.
Bro,
listen to this.
Budget don't matter, bro. These got to be golden Sprite cans.
Golden showers.
Fucking $30 a can.
Listen
bro.
to this. I was at the vending machine the other day, right? And I went to get peanut M&Ms, and I noticed that one is dangling out of the loop. So I'm like, all right, it's just gonna fall down. So I pay for my peanut M&M, and the one behind it starts moving. So both of them drop, and I get both of the M&Ms. I mean, come on. I mean, that's freaking luck of the Irish.
What day was this?
This was like I don't know, because I'm on my bad sleep schedule right now, so that could have been yesterday or 3 weeks ago. I don't even know which one it is now. I can't even tell.
Well, whatever day that was, it was a good day.
It was my lucky day. You know what I'm saying?
Played the lottery, man.
But yeah, a lot of chaos going on in the building. There was some chaos the other day. I was hanging out with my security guard buddy. We were talking shop with this other dude. He was telling us about all this relationship stuff. And next thing you know, he's like, "Oh, there's action." So we follow him. We follow the action. Like, well, let's go. He's like, "There's a disturbance up in apartment, whatever." Right? There's like,
what is this, cops? You're just like his character.
Yeah, we like, all right, me and the guy look at each other like, we're going. So and we just met, so we go, and then like it's a disturbance in an apartment, so we think it's like, somebody beating their wife or, a couple going at it or something. That's what it usually is around here. So we go, and this like little old dude answers the door, and he's like just screaming at security guards like, I got problems. All I keep hearing is I got problems. I'm like, all right, like he just keeps going at the security guards, and they're just kind of standing there being very nice. They're just like nodding their head, go like, okay, yep, like we understand. They're like, I guess they called because he's just freaking out in his apartment alone. That's that's what I grasped from this, right? So I'm just standing there with the guy, and we're just kind of watching this, and I'm like, all right, nothing's happening here. He's just yelling at security. Nothing of any consequences happening, nothing serious. So I end up going upstairs because I got stuff defrosting. I'm like, I gotta go. I can't listen to this guy. So I end up running into the dude I met the other day, like again. And I'm like, and he sees me. He's like, yo, bro, you missed it. I'm like, what did I miss? I'm like, what happened? He's like, bro, soon as you left, soon as you got on the elevator, they got another phone call about another disturbance going on. And apparently, it was something to the effect of this. It was like another domestic dispute was going on, and a boyfriend came home to find his girlfriend sucking some old guy's dick. And the guy stressed this aspect. He's like, bro, the guy walked out looking like an old Jesus or something. He's like, this guy walked out looking like an old ass man. And I'm like, this old man's getting his dick sucked from this young chick. And I guess her boyfriend found out, so he like grabbed all her clothes, started throwing it around the lobby. They end up telling him to pick that shit up, and they kick him. I'm like, the second I leave, this all goes down. Like, what the hell, man?
Was it that little old dude?
No, it wasn't him. I don't think. He said the guy came out looking like Jesus, but that's what he said, something like that. So I'm like, damn, bro. Like the definition of just like little too early. Well, I mean, it's pretty common with me. Sometimes I do things a little too early.
Oh man, bro. Nah, you're building something crazy.
Well, it's a wild building. Listen, but you know what? I will say this. Pretty much everybody I've ever run into has been very nice to me, so I cannot complain at all. I cannot complain. So, boom.
For now.
Well, I've been here for 3 years. So. Yeah. But everybody I see is usually like, "What's up? Yo, what's going down, bro? What's up?" I'm pretty cool with everybody that I've run into. This is for you adrenaline junkies out there. I get a lot of adrenaline just walking through the building, so I don't really need any more in my life. But for y'all adrenaline junkies out there that like roller coasters, check this out. I've been hearing about this. There's been rumblings. There's been whispers. There's been videos made about the new roller coaster coming out in Dubai, I believe, because they're building a Six Flags over there. They're doing like this big initiative where they bring like American stuff over there. They brought WWE. Now they're bringing Six Flags, and they are building the new biggest, baddest roller coaster. So, to the best of my knowledge, the biggest and fastest, I believe, definitely the biggest, is King Dakar at 460 something feet. And anytime I even hear the name King Dakar, my heart beats out of it. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to sometimes I lay in bed for real, right? And I think, what would I do if I got forced to go on King Dakar? Like if somebody put a gun in my head and said, "You got to go on King Dakar," I would probably just die. I would probably just I couldn't even imagine the amount of internal just agony I'd be in. Just going up, and especially if I'm in that camp of people that roll back. And then you got to go up again.
Lord.
Oh my God! So let's say that's
at
about.
At that point, I'd have been like, bring the fire trucks, bro, and tell them to ladder me out of here.
Get me out, right? So that one's
if
about.
It rolls back, I'm not even trusting the ride after.
I want to get off after you roll back. I want to get off. Just get me.
Yeah, like who the hell wants to stay on after it rolls back? Clearly, something went wrong.
Nope. That was my ride. That was enough for me. I'm out. That's about 460 something feet, right? And I forgot how fast it's supposed to go. But the new roller coaster is called Falcon's Flight. And boy, does this sound like a flight. At 600 feet of a drop and 155 miles per hour. I mean, just shoot me in the face. I mean, just shoot me in the head. How you can even imagine being on that is insane to me. Like, would you go on that?
No, I don't do roller coasters.
Like, bro,
I did that. I don't remember which park it's in, but it's like the one that's all like in the dark. It's like the whole ride. I don't know if it's like the Superman or something like that.
There's a couple like that. Yeah, it might be Superman. Might be
that
Batman.
one was crazy, but I liked it. Because I didn't have to see what was happening. I didn't get to see the falls. I didn't get to see the whole loop-de-loop thing.
You didn't know what was coming.
I think it was a little better that way.
Right.
But no, I'm not going to just get on a 600-foot coaster and just watch the whole time as I'm clicking up there. And God forbid we're going backwards now. We're all going to die.
And it's just like such a long. I think for you and I, it won't be long because we get the blind people pass. But for the general public, it's just such a long experience because you got to be on the line. Because me and my dad went with a family friend and his daughter one time, and we watched them get on King Dakar. And I was like, I need to get out. I can't even look at this thing. I can't even in person. It was magnificent. It was insane. But like the line for that ride is so long. So like you're on the ride, the line forever, and then it doesn't take. It's not a quick experience getting the coaster up there. It's so high. So it's just like you got to strap you in. They tell you the rules, and they click. And then you might roll back up. It's just such a daunting task, an arduous task for me to even think about getting on it, let alone riding it. It's just so much.
I think if there was no chance of it rolling back, I might consider getting on. But just a chance that they could just go back, like, and then I got to do it all over again.
Well, it's not like, I mean, is rolling back that bad? Because I guess, yeah. I don't know.
It could
It's just
be.
scary. It's just scary. So you would do it. I mean, what if this one
I would
has? What if
consider it.
if the new one had a no rollback guarantee, you'd go on it?
I would think about it,
Oh my
but most
god, bro!
likely not. It'd
I
be like a
wish.
99.99% chance that I'm not going on.
Well, that sounds like more of a. It's more of a chance of that happening than the fight happening right now. It sounds like more of a chance of you getting on the ride. Actually, probably. So,
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean,
I wish that we had the budget to send your ass to Dubai. I would send you there to get on
I'm
that
not
ride.
going, bro.
You're not gonna get on.
I think you got to pick someone else.
I wish if Roddy would. I wish we could send somebody to tell us what they think about it because that just sounds absolutely horrific. It's like literally the last thing I'd want to do in my life.
I think Clay would go. I think Clay would get on a
Clay, we
roller
get on that.
coaster.
We
I
gotta
don't know if
ask
you get
him.
on that one. I think you get on a coaster though.
We gotta ask him. We gotta ask him. Speaking of adrenaline, you know what else gives you some adrenaline? What else gets you charged up? Is caffeine. A lot of people are getting charged up. A lot of people are getting wound up on that new charged lemonade from Panera Bread, which actually is allegedly led to the death of a young college woman not too long ago. She had a heart condition, and they say pretty much she accidentally drank the drink because there wasn't enough warnings on it. Because, I mean, apparently this thing ain't just charged. This thing is supercharged with like 360 or 390 milligrams of caffeine, which is the most I've ever heard of in my life, okay? And the deal with this was this lemonade was set out amongst all the other drinks. So people were apparently drinking and not really knowing what it meant. You know, you see charged, you may think, hey, it's just really lemony. It's really zesty. Like, who thinks charged is caffeinated? And when they put it on their website, they said that it has as much caffeine as their dark roast coffee. I do not think that is true because no coffee is 390 fucking milligrams. That may be coffee with 6 shots of espresso. I've never run into a coffee with 300 and something milligrams of caffeine. Unfortunately, there has been another death allegedly due to this lemonade. Okay, a man named Dennis Brown. He was about 40. What is he? 46. He's in his 40s. And he had some developmental disabilities, apparently. He had some chromosome issues. And they said that he was staying away from energy drinks, okay? Like, it was his intention not to drink energy drinks. And the same goes for the woman who, I can't remember her name, who died a little while ago. They said that she stayed away from high contents of caffeine because of a condition she had. So same thing went on with this guy, with Dennis. Apparently, he tried to stay away from this stuff because he had heart conditions, he had chromosome stuff, and they said he had 3 of those that day.
Oh no!
So my man had like a G of caffeine in him, and he's going home and he just dies. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this lemonade, but I suspect that they are not doing a good enough job of really driving home the fact that this thing is supercharged with caffeine. I truly believe that. I haven't walked into Panera Bread in a while, and I hate Panera Bread, really. It always sucks. I've never really had a great experience there. It's overpriced. I think the only thing I like was maybe the bread and the smoothies. And now I don't even want to go.
No, I was gonna say now you want to go just for the lemonade.
No, I don't want to go because I don't know what they got in the bread. They might have supercharged bread. They might have who knows what to drink out of that bitch. So it's very sad to hear because I suspect that they're not doing a good enough job of really driving home the fact that this thing could be dangerous for people. I mean, this sounds insane. So it's very sad that this is happening. And now the same guy that's representing the family of the woman who died is representing this guy. So, you know, this dude's rubbing his hands together. He's about to get paid. He's about to get fat paid off. He's probably thinking, listen, don't even put up a side. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Let's get as many people drinking that lemonade as possible. My man's going to go on vacation after this. He's going to take the year off, bro. My man's done.
Maybe I should get some and drink it before the match.
Oh my god, drink it before the boxing match that doesn't happen. You
And just
should.
start just going ham, bro.
You
Just
should.
then I have a heart attack in the middle of the fucking in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the backyard.
I'm not surprised people having heart attacks from this stuff, man. That's an insane amount. I mean, that's I said it on the last show. I watched a girl cry because of how intense the Celsius heat drink was, and this has more caffeine than that. So I mean, and I've seen the first time I've ever seen it. I watched a lady. She said pretty much the same thing. She was like, I went and she was like, I work at Panera Bread. Basically, like she does her work there. She doesn't work for Panera Bread. Like she, brings her laptop there and does like she work from home or something. And she said she was like just getting these lemonades. She's thinking it's just like a regular lemonade. And about I don't know how long into the day that shit just hit her. And she was done, bro. She was like, I'll never drink this again. Like, this is insane. Like, I didn't know what I was drinking. And that's what I think most of these people are. They just don't even know what's going on because they're not really doing a good job of labeling the shit.
I mean, to be fair, wasn't that like the whole thing with Four Locos? Like, I don't know if it was that the kids didn't know that there was liquor in it, or if the kids didn't know that there was caffeine in it. But one of those two was fucking up the kids.
I mean, what did you were on that? What were your thoughts about it back in the day?
Back in the day, it tasted terrible, but like it was fine. But I heard that they like toned down the caffeine. I'm like, well, I don't even remember it being that bad. I mean, if anything, turn down the alcohol percentage.
So
That's
you
just
didn't have
more
a
than the
problem with
beer.
it back in the day. You were fine.
I thought it was fine.
It didn't give you the Four Loco freeze. Remember people were freezing? They were like Medusa just looked at them. They were like frozen in a state of shock after they drank them.
No, not me. I mean, maybe you got to drink more than I did.
I was gonna say they might have been drinking more than you, and it happened.
I had like 3 or 4 of them. I mean,
Really?
they tasted nasty though. Like I didn't really. That was just something quick to drink, before class or something.
That's right. We were like that school. There was some drunks up in there, bro. Everybody was drinking except like me and Dre. I think like everybody else was sauced up in school, bro.
Oh man, I text people. I'd be like, yo, I got a couple Four Local cans in my bags. Just help me finish these off.
Either somebody was drinking or they were getting caught drinking. It was either one in school. Look at this. I got something to show you. I got something to play you. I came across this video before we got on the air, right before, and this says, "This is how I order a smoothie with a severe nut allergy. Never feel guilty for having to triple check." All right, so let's listen to this and let's see how she orders her food with a food allergy.
Hi, how are you? Can I please have the pretty and pink smoothie? But I have a question. So I have a severe almond allergy. You guys use almond milk. Could you replace it with like coconut milk if that's possible?
Of course, what kind of milk do you want?
Coconut instead of almond. But could you like sanitize the blender because it's probably
Usually, we make this juice with nut milk. It's almond with milk, But if you wanna, I make it with almond.
Can you do coconut or no coconut?
We have coconut, soy, oat, almond.
Okay, yeah, coconut. But could you clean the blender with hot soap and water because of cross contamination?
Yeah, don't worry.
You'll sanitize the
don't worry.
blender. I'm very allergic to almond. Okay, thank you so much. I want to make sure there's no almond milk in this. Did you use like a clean blender though? Because I'm allergic to like nuts. Did you use a sanitize like a clean blender?
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just like, when you wash it, do you use soap and water to wash the blender or no?
Sorry?
There's no nuts.
No, it is not nut.
Like,
I don't have nuts because we don't have coconut milk.
but there's like the blender, you can use soap and water to clean it or no?
No, this is the clean. It's in the
It was sanitized, like soap and water? Okay, thank you.
Okay, tell me your thoughts.
Nah, bro. They don't get paid enough to deal with you and your weird fucking food. And how dare you be like, yo, do you know how to wash dishes? What the fuck is that? Obviously, how you gonna clean the dishes without some fucking soap? This lady, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Listen, you got allergies, or just avoid going to certain places and getting certain stuff, bro. Just don't even try. They get paid not enough to deal with you.
If she said,
God bless those men.
if she said do you wash this with soap and water one more time? And if they would have launched something at her, I wouldn't have been shocked, and I wouldn't have been upset. Now I was expecting, right, when I looked in the comments, there's people say, "Yas queen," "Yas girl," like stand up for yourself. Everybody pretty much said what you just said, like they don't get paid enough for this. Now, I was watching another video of hers where she was like, yo, like people coming at me, I'd be tipping them big, and also like almonds could kill me. And it's like, okay.
Well, they don't go to these places, bitch. Well, we don't care that you tipped them good, bro. I don't care.
Listen, my heart goes out to you that you have this illness, right? I would never wish that on. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
You to die, but like, don't you playing games just by going there?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be going to Starbucks.
And then, you know what? If someone told me, "Hey, did you clean it with soap and water like 5 times?" I would probably just be like, "You know what?"
I'm like, "No, I cleaned it with shit.
I'm rinsing it out with just water now."
I would have looked at her and said, "No, I literally cleaned it with shit." Okay, you think I'm that dumb? Like at one point, it becomes like patronizing, right? Like it's like, did you clean it with soap? Like, did you though? Like, do you know how to you know how to do that, right? Like,
you're just running water on that, like
but it's like antibacterial soap, or is it like normal? Like, is it like Dove? Like, which one are you using?
Are you using Dove? Are you using like hand sanitizer?
Like exactly. Like, are you using like how's this working? And are you like using hot water or cold? Are you scrubbing?
Hot water.
Are you just scrubbing or are you rinsing? And are you triple rinsing? It's like, yeah, I agree with everybody. Don't go. I agree with everybody. Do not go. It is very sad.
Just don't go.
It's sad that you cannot go to Starbucks because of this, but it's just like that's the cross you got to bear, I guess. You can't be putting.
And you're holding up like everybody. You're just holding everybody else up. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
if I saw this in front of me, I'd be like,
I'm not a coffee person, so I don't really care. But like, I've been there and I've seen the lines. Like, people don't got time to be waiting 5 minutes for them to change and bring out a whole fresh blender for you.
There's been so many times that I ran into Starbucks like right before I had to be somewhere, and I'm like, I gotta get it. Like, I know I'm gonna be somewhere where I'm gonna be annoyed. So it's like I want a nice toasty drink before this person annoys the shit out of me, So I run in, and I don't put my urgency on anybody. I don't put anything. I'm just like, oh, But if I would have saw this chick in front of me, I would have been furious, bro. I would have been furious. I got some more insanity for you. Ready? Can you handle any more?
I don't think so, bro. I'm trying.
You better, because it's about to get insane. Okay, everybody, it's Christmas time. Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I got my T-shirt. You see my Christmas Story T-shirt? You like that? I got my Ralphie shirt. What the fudge? That's what I'd have been saying. That's what I'd have been saying if I was that cashier. Like, what the fudge is wrong with you, girl? Go somewhere else with this shit. So, it's Christmas, right? Everybody's favorite holiday. And I came across this video. I'm just going to play it, and we're going to comment on it. I can't even wind it. I can't even...
As a therapist, here are some of the reasons why I don't like the way that we deal with the whole Santa situation. This video is going to have some spoilers in it, so please be mindful of what ears you have listening around you while you watch this. The fact that I needed to put a spoiler alert at the beginning of this video brings me to my first point. Despite the positive intentions of this whimsical fairy tale bringing more magic to the holidays, we are lying to our children and betraying their trust from a very early age. And most of the time, this betrayal does not get addressed in a healthy way, right? We find out in some random way, like, mom's handwriting looks a lot like Santa's. And then all our caretakers can say in response is, welcome into the secret that everyone else has been lying to you about. Now you have to lie to the other people around you that don't know, like your little brother. And you might say, it's fun. It helps children believe in magic in the holidays. But here's the thing. If we tell children that magic looks like Santa and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny, and then we rip that rug from underneath them and tell them, haha, magic isn't real. What do you think that does to our mental health long term? What ways does that betray our own trust in what we believe is magical and strikes awe and wonder in us? From my perspective, we live in a universe that is full of magic and wonder. And we're planting these potentially subconscious seeds in our children from a young age that magic isn't real. And on top of that, what messages are we sending to children from lower income families that don't get to get visited by Santa? Let me know in the comments what ways this has impacted you in your life and what ways you have this conversation with your children.
The world is full of wonder, and so am I, because I'm wondering what the fuck is wrong with you? What the hell? Oh my God. Like, give me a...
What the fuck,
I'm sorry to what I'm doing to y'all. I'm sorry that because this is just
Why
insanity.
are you doing this to me, bro? Forget about the fans. What the... You gonna
sorry,
torture
bro.
me like this?
Who...
I thought we were homies, bro. Who
do
is this
y'all
lady?
know?
Who gives this? Oh my God, my parents lied to me about Santa. I'm just such a ill-adjusted fucking human being now.
Wait till you find out what else your parents lied to you about, bro. We've
Are you
all
telling
been
me?
lied
Is
to.
she telling? What is she telling me? Is she telling me that the kids that find out that Santa's a lie are like the school shooters or something, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They just go
what's the fucking
insane.
problem? What's gonna happen down the line to them?
Bro, how many people have been born in like the last, I don't know, 20 years, 40 years? How many of these people do you know that are upset, that are have long-term effects from being lied to about Santa Claus? Like, I've never met anybody that said it was a traumatic event. Like, I've never been in any kind of therapy session, group therapy, where somebody was like,
right? Yeah, like you're just sitting there with your therapist and you're just like, bro, like Santa wasn't real,
I
dog.
can't
Like,
believe it. Like,
what do
they
I believe
lied to
in now,
me.
bro?
This is what you need to understand, okay?
Holy
Is that
shit.
first of all, you're filling the lives of your children up with whimsy, with magic, and
The only thing, I'm sorry to cut you off. The only thing that she said that made sense to me was about like the poor kids that
that
don't
does
get
make
gifts.
sense.
So
If
like
that was the
that
whole
just
video, I'd
means
be like, got a point, you know?
that just means like, oh, like all the poor kids, you were just bad.
That's it. You were naughty.
You were just
Even if you were
bad.
on
Like
your best
Santa don't
behavior, it
fuck
wasn't
with
best
you.
enough. It wasn't best enough. But
See,
like,
you know what it is? I would tell the poor kids like, we don't got a chimney.
well,
You can't get here.
Dre's mom said that that Santa had a bar spray that it sprayed the window bars so he could walk through the window. So this
What?
that's right.
Oh, that's clever.
It was right. I was like, wow, that's what I'm talking about.
So you know what? So you can tailor it to any situation.
Exactly.
Unless you're not getting gifts, unless you
No.
can't afford that.
I saw
then
one
guess...
video of a woman basically saying like, she was just like, oh my God, like this is like, she was like, this is so hard to keep lying to my kid because they're so smart. And she's like, oh, like was Santa ever a little boy? Why did grandma die but Santa's still alive? Like she was asking some crazy questions. And the mom was like, what am I supposed to do?
Bro.
It just said, it's all Christmas magic. That's it.
Fucking magic,
But like,
bro.
listen. What you're doing right now, you're doing two things. You're filling your children's lives up with whimsy, with magic, with Christmas spirit for, let's say, 8 years, okay? Those 8 years, amazing. And they're not going to look back on it and go, wow, my mom and dad lied. They're just going to be like, wow, my mom and dad are really cool. They're awesome. Like, you think I ever look back and went, oh, my mom and dad suck.
Was so lit.
They bought me the Christmas gifts but said it was from somebody else. Like, oh, wow. The other thing you're doing is preparing them for the world. Everybody is a little fucking liar. The woman that made that video, you damn well know you're a little liar because we all are. How many times have you texted your friends, oh, I got a stomach ache, I can't go out, when you just want to stay home and watch fucking Netflix? So don't act like you better than us because we lying to our children, our nieces and nephews about Santa Claus because you know damn well there's been days where you ain't want to go to work and you didn't go to your boss like, I feel like I do. You like, oh, you know, a pipe burst in my crib. I can't. I mean, everybody lies. Everybody lies. It's called a white lie. EJ, you've told a white lie.
Oh, yeah.
You told a lie. I mean, but these are not detrimental lies. These are lies that it's not going to harm anybody. What's the harm?
I can't say that. I can't.
I'm not saying you've never told a lie that harms people. I'm saying these types of lies we're speaking about right now, aka Santa
can't
is
hurt
not
nobody,
a harmful lie. If anything, it's only like, okay, imagine the first 8 years of your life. Your parents like, yeah, we're gonna celebrate Christmas. Just tell us what you want and we'll buy it. I mean, it's still nice. It's like, it's nice, it's cool, but then it's like, and then also, right? This is the way I think about it. Not only are you keeping your kids in line, number one, but also it's like, do you want to instill in them that you're just going to buy them everything? Because not all year you're going to be asking me for shit. It's like, well, I mean, you bought me all this. Like, just buy me this. Like, yeah, I got it. Like, buy me that. You know what I mean? Like, now you're going to be looking at me with your fucking hand out all year. You're like, well, I mean, listen, you spent $4,000 on Christmas. What's another 200? What's another 200? You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with lying about Santa. Nothing wrong at all. And if you think so,
now you know you're retarded.
That's the fact. Am I wrong?
Nah, man. Santa's real till he's not, but he's still real.
And that's the other thing. We already addressed on the show earlier, like one show ago, that Santa is real.
Who said he's not real? Like maybe he's out there right now, laughing at you because you're a fool.
Is mad real.
Lying to your kids, telling them that he ain't real.
White Santa is real, and Black Santa in the wheelchair is real. They're both real.
Oh yeah.
And we love them both. Okay. All right, check this out. The new Wonka movie is out. All right. Willy Wonka is back with another movie, and I did not like the look of it. Isn't that like
I thought you weren't even gonna watch it.
Isn't that one of the songs in the movie? Isn't that what the Oomps sing? I don't like the look. Isn't that what they sing?
I didn't see it, but I didn't know you never seen the original movie.
You never seen the original Wonka?
Oh, the original.
Yeah,
I don't
sing
remember.
that song. I don't like the look of it. You don't even know. You're fried. You're stunned.
I don't remember the musicals.
You got the Four Loko shock right now. Anyway, Willy Wonka, the movie Wonka came out right, and I was not a fan of it. I think it looked absolutely boring. I think it looked like I'd rather do anything else but watch this movie. I'm like, what is the point of this? And I like the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I like both movies. Personally, I like Johnny Depp's version more. I like the entire movie more. What do you think? Did you watch both of those as a child?
I've seen one of them, and I can't tell you which one.
Well, let's do some guesswork here. Is it the one where the Oompa Loompas are orange, or the Oompa Loompas are like just little men?
They were orange.
And it was the one where the guy had black hair, or the guy, I don't know what color, it was like brown, or like, what was the other one?
I think it was brown hair.
So I think it's the old, you watched the old one. And they went in like, you watched, it was like an old looking movie, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, the new one is even better. Like the one that came after that with Johnny Depp is better. You should watch that. But I decided that I was going to give it a shot and check out Wonka today, right? But let's be real. Was I going to the theater and paying for it? Let's be adults, okay? Let's be smart. No.
To be fair, like, you haven't paid for, like...
No, I paid for Thanksgiving and Exorcist. Those were literally the last two movies I saw. Buddy boy.
All
right.
All right.
But I went to see, I went online and I started watching it. And y'all don't even know the experience I had, okay? Because let's just start with this. So the movie starts out, by the way, I'm not going to give any spoilers, okay? And this is not even a review on the movie. This is a review on my experience watching the movie, okay? So I turned the movie on, and it's Willy. Willy is young, and he's dancing around this fucking boat. He's, I can't wait to sell my chocolate. It's going to be amazing. He's jumping around. He's swinging around poles like a stripper, right? He's, I'm the best chocolate maker I ever seen. Oh, my God. And there's all these people dancing around, right? It's a big spectacle. My first thought is this is not the worst intro, and it's not the worst song I've ever heard in a musical. I was like, all right, it's all right. It's all right. So they get to this scene. It's like in the middle. It's like a kind of a comedic break in the song, right? He like drops a watermelon or something, and then you got to pay for it, okay? So he picks up whatever, and then all of a sudden, Willy starts singing in Spanish, and I'm like, what? Like it goes from I can't wait to have
bilingual.
No, wait, hold on. He's like, I have $2,000 in my pocket, and then he just goes, Yo quiero chocolate, and then I'm like, okay, like and then I'm like, all right. He's just subtly flexing that he's been around the world, he knows Spanish, and this is gonna be like a two-liner. It went on for the rest of the song, and then it went on, and then it just kept going. The Spanish, like then he starts talking to people in Spanish, and people are responding to him in Spanish. And I'm like, what the fuck? The movie just turned into a Spanish movie. So I call Dre, and I'm like, Dre, you've been online. You've watched these online things. Like, have you ever seen this in a bootleg before? Me and him are just cracking up now, right? So then I scrub to the end, and I'm like, does this stay in Spanish? So I go to the end, and it's not in Spanish anymore. It's in English. They're like, "Oh, Willie, you saved the day. You're amazing." I'm like, okay. It's not in Spanish anymore. So then I'm like, all right, Dre, let's find the point where it doesn't, where they go back to English. So then we start moving around, and it's about 5 to 10 minutes after that song, right? And it happens in the middle of another song. Like he's flexing his chocolate in the middle of town. He's like, talking about his chocolate in Spanish. And the next thing you know, he's like, chocolate muy bueno, and it's the best chocolate you'll ever have. And we're like, what the hell? So we don't know what that was, okay? We don't know if that was the theater that the bootleg was taken in. We don't know. It's unexplainable. I don't think that that's how the movie is.
Are you sure it's not how the? Are you sure that's not how the movie is, though?
I don't know.
Because it might be, bro. They might just.
There's no way. It just goes like it go. I'm just seeing him talk to this guy. And he's siéntate. It's like por favor. I'm like this. It just turned into a novela. It just turned into a novela. I was like, what in the world?
Was it the same English guy? But just
no, it was a totally different guy. He was like, oh, like a totally different voice. Like
you
like
got like some
Spanish
weird,
voice.
mangled, chopped up version, bro.
No, it was insane. So
they're like, the only way we could keep this on our website online without getting it taken down and copyrighted is if we just cut in Spanish lines randomly.
Bro, I've never seen. It was a Frankenstein. I've never seen anything like that. Dre's never seen anything like that. So then I kind of just like, okay, I'm just gonna watch from the point where they start speaking English again, because it's pretty much obvious what happened. You just went into this town.
Aren't you Spanish?
I don't speak Spanish. I gotta have
you
Roddy
don't know
watching
what he's
that.
saying? You didn't know what he was saying?
No. All I understood was siéntate. So I was like, oh, somebody's telling somebody to sit down. Uh-oh, somebody. He's talking to the dog. He was like, sit down. He's talking to the dog. So he moves into this town and he gets a hotel, and then. So when you watch these bootlegs, right? It's usually funded by these companies, and usually it's by the slot machine guys. And I love the slot machine bootlegs; they're great. And then they'll do ads in between the movie. And usually with the slot one, I love that it's just like some random black guy that has a blender, and he like throws money in a blender, and then the money comes out, and everybody's cheering. And the first time I ever saw it, I was like, wow, this is annoying. But now I look forward to it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the guy to cut in with the blender. I love it. So it's not by these people, though. It's by like a whole nother site that did it. So I moved past this. And now there comes a point in the movie where Willie has to think for a second about something. Like something happened, and he's pondering. And there's utter silence, right? And in the silence comes a random French, or like it wasn't even Spanish at this point. It was another language. Like, let's just say it was French. An overdub of a Spanish man speaking French out of nowhere. It wasn't part of the movie, though. It was like dubbed in. It was like Willie just came in the room and he's thinking, and then I was like, this is an ad. Like, this is an ad about their thing. All of a sudden, then he's talking to the girl, and like these Arabic letters come up on the screen.
Where did you watch this movie, bro? Like, what the?
It was insane.
You switch your sites up, bro. Like,
no, that's the other thing. I watched it on. I checked on multiple sites. It was the same one, and the sound was weird, bro. The sound was weird. Sometimes I'm thinking, what is he saying? I could have dead ass. I'm not even lying. I thought I heard Willie say something about trans cheerleaders, and I'm thinking he did not say that. I don't know what he said, but it sounded like trans cheerleaders. Okay, for real. I had to stop watching the movie.
Bugging out, brother.
I had to stop watching the movie. It's
not good for your mental health.
It was the worst bootleg I have ever seen in my existence. I've seen some bad ones. I've seen some ones where the color's washed out, the sound is bad, people get up, stretch.
I was about to say, you see like people's heads in the fucking way and stuff.
Bro, this made me want to go watch it now. It made me want to go pay for it. It was utter insanity.
Bro, how would you feel though if it was the same thing in the theater? You know, the random Spanish cutting into Spanish.
It would be.
He walks in and starts like talking in French for no reason.
I was like, what in the world? Like, at least put it in English. I know what's going on. I know what I'm getting advertised. Let me in on what's going on.
Because
It was
like
wild.
I watch bootlegs where like the audio's in English, but like the subtitles are in like it's just some random
Yeah,
language,
that's
you know.
appropriate. That's fine. But this, no. And I don't even want to see this. So I stopped watching it. I have not seen the rest of Wonka. I don't know if I ever will. I'm gonna try
How
and
far do you
pawn it
think
on
you
to
got?
somebody else. I'm gonna try and tell Pastor to watch it.
How far do you think you got in the movie? Like 30
Oh,
minutes?
about a good 20. About a 20. About a 20. Willie's in I got enough to know. I got enough in. Willie was in a predicament and he was figuring out how to get out of it, and it was setting the tone for the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? Like the seeds were being planted for what the rest of the movie is going to be about and how they're about to overcome the obstacle. And I was just thinking, I got like 40 minutes to the show. There's about an hour left of this movie. I cannot do this. I cannot. He's talking about his mother. My mother made me want to make chocolate. I'm just thinking, who gives a fuck?
You don't care about his backstory
I
about why he wanted to make chocolate?
I don't. But maybe I'll see it in a better quality. I'm gonna try. I'm trying to get Pastor to see it because I want somebody to tell me what they think about it. Because I'm thinking maybe it's just not for me, but it's a good movie, but it's not for me, you know? So I want
You
somebody
only
to
got
see.
20 minutes in. It's clearly not for you.
It's definitely not for me. It's definitely not for me. But the songs were okay. The songs were all right. Let me ask you
Even the
this, though.
Spanish ones?
Let me ask you this. Yeah, I wish the songs were in Spanish. That'd have been fun. I like Spanish songs. Let me ask you this, though. What were your favorite Wonka candies as a child? Because I don't know if I really... I got into the nerds a little bit. Now, Wonka's the one that made the fruits, where it was the hard candy. There were fruits like the banana, the apple, the orange. That was Wonka, right? The fruity things.
I don't think so.
Let me see.
I'm not 100% though.
Let me see.
But if I had to pick one like right now,
Yeah, Wonka fruit
probably
runs.
nerds.
Okay, nerds. I figured. Yours was nerds.
And if not nerds, then it's Laffy Taffy. I mean, it's one of them.
Mine were the fruit runs. That's what it was called, runs. That's what I used to like. Sometimes these come in the clear bag. Sometimes they would come in the little box, and they had the banana. They'd have the orange, the apple. That's what I like. What you like that? You like that nerds rope? You like that nerds rope?
I like the nerds rope. I like no Laffy Taffy's good too, man. Like except for the banana one. Like
I was
they're
literally
good.
thinking that I like the banana one.
No, I hate the banana one.
I'd eat that right now. I'd eat the banana Laffy Taffy. Do you remember when Wonka bars were a thing, when they had the chocolate bars out?
I've seen them. I've never had them.
They were... I was about to say
good?
how they were, and I don't even remember. I remember having them like twice in my life because they used to sell them at Blockbuster, and I would beg my mom, and she'd be like...
You're really dating us now.
Yeah. My mom would be like, "You think I'm paying $4 for a fucking chocolate, bro? You out of your mind."
I don't think these kids nowadays know what the fuck a Blockbuster is.
Nah, my mom was like, "You ain't getting no Wonka, bro. I'm taking you to like a legitimate candy store. I'm taking you to another store where we could pay a reasonable price for a chocolate you're probably gonna like." She's like,
You're gonna
know
get a dollar Hershey bar, and that's it.
Nah, she'll give me a kid. My mom used to give me the Hershey's cookies and cream. She used to give me the Kit Kat, but she saw that Wonka bar. She said, "Nah," because like we're already renting a movie. I don't blame her. My mom was always fair. My mom was always very, very fair. She get me a lot of stuff, but sometimes she was like, "That ain't happening. That's insane." Like those new Pokimane. You know who Pokimane is?
Yeah.
Streamer. She got them cookies, them $48 cookies. I think they're $28.
I heard they're not even good.
Well, here's what I heard. I heard that she got the cookies. So everybody knows Pokimane's a streamer, for those that don't know. And she made these cookies where she's selling them in 3 packs, 3 bags of cookies for $28. And they are these chocolate cookies with white chocolate chips in them, which I think that's nice. I enjoy that. I like the white chocolate chips. But people are saying that she's basically getting them from another company, putting her own label on it, and then bumping the price up, right? And people got pissed about it. And she went on stream. It was like, basically, if you're a broke boy, don't buy them. It's not my fault if you're broke. You're a broke bro. Like, she was just going in on people about it. She later apologized, and she was saying, I didn't mean it that way. I was literally talking to that one person. I didn't mean for the I wasn't speaking to the actual the whole chat or everybody involved. So people got pissed off at her for basically taking this already existing brand, putting her new label on it, and then upcharging it, which is like, I mean, that's the American way. If you're going to crucify her, you literally got to crucify everybody else. Where she went wrong was her response. What do you think about that? That's what I think.
I think fuck her and her overpriced cookies, bro. I've seen like videos of like other people like trying them, and like all like the big streamers that got them for free are the people that are saying they're good. And the people that bought them, like actually paid money for them, they're like, these are not good. These are not worth the money.
Of course.
So that tells me right there.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your garbage ass, chalky ass, dirty ass.
Well, I heard the cookies are good because I looked up the brand. I think it's called Toasty. It's a Costco brand, I think. Because I did like a little Reddit search, and people were saying that I think it's called Toasties is the brand, and you can get it in Costco, and that's the brand that she has making her cookies, or she gets them from like the same factory or something like that. People were saying that those are good.
The only cookie thieves I like are Oreos, all right? Because they stole their recipe from a different company that was making a different cookie, and they made it better. Because clearly that other company went out of business. So it's the only cookie thieves I like around here.
It's the American way. You find something that works, you slap your own label on it, and you keep it pushing. You know what I mean?
First of all, at least Oreos, they took it, but they made it better. You know what I mean?
They didn't take the recipe exact?
No, they did no.
Oh, okay. But they put their quote unquote satanic symbols on it on the cookie that people say they have satanic symbols on the cookies. Yeah. I have eaten many Oreos. I've never felt.
I sent you the video about it too, man. It's a good video.
Yeah, I've eaten many Oreos. I've never felt overcome by the spirit of Satan before. So I think it's all right. I think they're appropriate. It's fine. You could just bless them.
Especially with milk. Oh man, they're good.
Yeah. So I think my mom had the foresight where she was thinking, listen, no Wonka bar for you. This is just overpriced chocolate. But my thing is, why are they not out now anymore? Because I feel like they should be, especially for the movie. You still have Wonka out as a brand. Why don't they just make the chocolate again? I'm really perplexed as to why that's true.
Can we not order a Wonka bar anymore?
No, you can't order Wonka bars. They're like gone. They've been gone forever. Because there were times in high school where I would think about Wonka bars and I would go, I want to try one again. I haven't had one in a long time. I want to try. And you could just never buy them. So I don't know, but it's very odd that you can't get them. And the first thought I had to, other than this movie looks freaking ass, is, well, I can't wait to try the new Wonka bars that they come out with. But they never did. You know what they released? Gummies. They released the Magic Hat gummies, which I had. They were all right. I never made a video about them because I didn't think they were that. I mean, it's just like whatever. I just ate them. And they were all right. They were cool. Would I buy them again? Maybe. They were nothing that left a lasting impression on me. But you don't make the chocolate bar?
Now you know you're retarded.
That's what Wonka's about. The whole movie's about chocolate. The guy's not making fucking gummies. The whole time I'm watching the movie, he's talking about the guy can't shut up about chocolate. You don't make the bar? I mean, Emma Chamberlain made chocolate bars. How come you can't do it? You're a multi-billion-dollar company here.
Maybe chocolate doesn't sell as well as gummies nowadays.
Maybe you're a gummy guy. You know, what do you like more? You like chocolate or gummies more? You're a gummy guy.
All right, to be fair, if I had to pick any, like I would say 6 out of 7 days of the week, I'm choosing. Like it's like a blue every full moon. I might want chocolate, but Hershey's got this box, which it's like a couple different assorted chocolates.
Hershey's
called the Hershey's Pot of Gold, bro.
Oh, you like that?
Fucking box of chocolate that I've ever had, and I cannot find it anymore.
Really? Let's look it up right now. Let's see. Hershey's Pot of Gold.
ShopRite used to sell it when I lived on the island, and bro, they stopped selling. I would go there for every holiday. I walk over there every time, like holidays.
Hershey's Pot of Gold Premium Collection Chocolates.
That's like the best box. Like if you want good chocolate, bro, buy that box, bro.
Hershey's
that
Pot
is the
Gold.
best box of chocolate I ever
looking
had.
at it right now. Hold on. Let's see. What kind of chocolates are in there? Describe the box. Walk us through your experience with.
I mean, it's assorted. There's ones with different nuts. There's like ones with different fillings. You know, you got caramel. You got what's that other one? It's like kind of thicker than caramel.
Nougat.
I'm not. Yeah, they got like a nougat one. Like they got all types of shit, bro. They got the turtles. I'm pretty sure they got like two chocolate turtles in there.
Oh, you're into the turtles too?
Yeah, bro. Bro. See, the thing is, I don't really like assorted candies like that. Like I don't like them with different fillings. But that whole box, I would devour, bro. It's so good.
Really?
I especially hate the chocolates that have like the cherry filling in it. I think those are nasty, bro.
I can't recall if I ever had a chocolate with the cherry, but I do like the strawberry. I like pretty much every chocolate with the fruit filling I've run into, but I can't recall if I've had a cherry.
I don't like it, bro. It just tastes like nasty medicine.
Now, you also, you couldn't find another candy or another snack the other day. You want to tell us about that?
Oh, well, you should have told me to save a pack. I mean...
Well, just tell us about it.
Oh, yeah. It was this giant box of Gushers that I would order back in the day. And it was sour, something sour, super sour berry Gushers. And bro, like it was affordable. It was like $18 for like 18 packs. You know what I mean? They were like the packs I'm talking about maybe like this big, you know? Like they weren't too big. And then they went up to like $40, bro. It was crazy.
You can't find them in the store.
No. I was never able to find them in the store. I always had to order them online, but the price went up.
Okay.
And then the next thing I know, Santa must have been listening because I just go to the mail one day and I got a box of Gushers, the sour Gushers I've been looking for.
That's right. I wonder who that could have. I told you it was
Santa's real, bro. Santa is totally real. Fuck you, lady. Like, tell your kids that he's real because I just got Gushers. So
Santa came early.
Early.
And if you do a little detective work, who else comes early on this show? You might be able to. Yeah, that might bring you to who Santa was this time.
Oh my god!
And maybe you'll be able to tell who Santa was then.
Don't be ruining the magic for the kids, man. Come on, man. Don't be like that lady. That lady said, man.
Listen. We don't got no kids listening to this show. All right, they're not listening. They're not listening to this wreck. But when I was a kid, though, I'm glad you brought that up because when I was a little boy, a young lad, I loved a little movie series called Austin Powers. Okay, I've thought about Austin Powers many years over my life. Okay, but I used to watch it whenever Goldmember came out, like 2000 and something. That's when I discovered the Austin Powers series. So I was a little kid when Austin Powers came out, and I used to love to watch that movie. My dad used to walk around acting like Dr. Evil and everything. I would want to be Austin Powers for Halloween, and I haven't seen those movies. God, man, I mean, over 10 years. Definitely. I'm talking 15, 18 years I haven't seen these movies. And I just got the urge the other day to watch them because I'm thinking, how have I never seen these movies in this amount of time? And I'm thinking, like, do I want to watch this? Because I might ruin this. These movies might suck. I might not even, like, it might not age well for me, but I do it. I go, I watch Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, and then I watch The Spy Who Shagged Me, and then I watch Goldmember. And let me just say, these movies were absolutely phenomenal, man. These things aged. These things were even better, bro. I fucking love Austin Powers, man. Like, I loved it back then, but I wanted to watch it again. Like, it was such a fun time going back and watching this because then it brings me back to when me and my dad would walk around the house and my dad would act like that. How about no? You know, he'd be just, and my dad would be talking about Mini-Me. I think he used to call me Mini-Me. Hey, Mini-Me. hey, mini-me. He would walk around the house. You know, we'd hear a couple of, yeah, babies. We'd, do a couple of those around the house. It was always fun, man. And I just had a ball watching these back. And it just brings me back to a time when, like, I mean, it makes me think about why my brain is probably so warped now, because these are the movies I would watch as a kid. Like, as a child, I'd watch Austin Powers, I'd watch Triple X, the movie with Vin Diesel. I'd be watching, like, adult movies as a kid, so no wonder I have my sense of humor, because when I'm watching this movie, it's just all dick jokes, it's all sex jokes, it's all the kind of jokes that I would make to this exact day, man. I mean, this movie was still funnier than I remember, and I don't remember, like, how funny it was in terms of, like, being tongue-in-cheek, and it didn't take itself too serious. It's basically acknowledging it's a movie the whole time. I think it was in Gold, remember, where they were, like, trying to explain, because it's all the movies are about time travel, and they're always like, we got to go back to this year, we got to go back to that year, and then I think it was in Gold, remember, Austin was like, wait, so if I was frozen in this year, but then I'm going back in time to that year, would I actually, like, would this technically work? And then they just kind of break the fourth wall, and they're like, don't think about it too much. Even you watching the movie, don't think about it. Just forget what we even said. Just let the movie go. They're showing that they got wires on Fat Bastard as he's flying. Let me say this too. It's very rare that a movie series gets better as you go on. Usually the first one's a banger. Second one, you're like, wasn't as good as the first. And the third one, you go, this should have been straight to DVD, or it was straight to DVD. This movie got better and better and better. The first one I watched, I'm like, the chicks are hot, a lot of vagina. As soon as I saw a lot of vagina, Eddie, I remember being mesmerized as a child. I thought that a lot of vagina was the fucking hottest chick I ever seen. And when I watched her to this day, I mean, that scene with her in the hot tub, even to this day, I was like, damn, bro, like, she's fucking bad. I was thinking she is still. I looked her up now. I was like, where's she at now? What does she look like now? Like, I thought she was so bad. But I forgot that Mini-Me wasn't even in the first one. He didn't come into the second one. There's just, I can't say enough of good stuff about this movie. Dr. Evil was phenomenal. And you brought up a great point. Scotty was the best too. Like, and I forgot how great Scotty was in these movies, because I made Eddie watch this movie because he'd never seen it. So I said, listen.
I never watched any of them before, and he told me to start with 3, and then we argued because I was like, I got to at least start with the first one, bro. Like, come on now.
What did you think of these of number 1?
I think the best part of the movie was Dr. Evil and his son. Honestly, they were the best parts, bro. My man's like, bro, like, dad, like, I got a gun in my room. Like, I'd shoot them. He's like, shh, shh, shh. Knock, knock. Who's there? Shh.
It's the best. Like, that's the other thing. Before I forget this, I'm pretty sure in every movie, like, Dr. Evil comes back after being frozen or something, and number 2 is briefing him, and he's saying, oh, we found this incredibly lucrative and legitimate way to make money right now. And after Dr. Evil's like, oh, like, that's great, but we're about to go take over the world and hold it for ransom. And number 2 is just saying, oh, we invested in Starbucks and we're making like $1 million a day right now. And Dr. Evil goes, yeah, but now we have time for us to take over the world. So every movie they're making shitloads of money, but Dr. Evil doesn't even care. He just wants to destroy the world.
That's not what it's about, bro. Like,
it's about being evil.
Of the game is to take over the world, bro.
As an adult watching this now, I get these jokes. As a kid, it's just like, oh, it's funny. It's a dick flying through the sky. LOL. It's a hot chick. LOL. Like, oh, awesome. But as an adult, I'm getting the
first one, the fembots, the robot, the fem droids with the nipple guns,
the nipple titties,
the nipple rifles.
Yeah, absolutely. And
then honestly, my man Dr. Evil is funny, bro. My man said, I like the caliber, this kind of caliber woman. And I'm like, yeah. And then it was quiet. And he's like, get it? And I'm like,
bro, nobody sells Dr. Evil's jokes.
I get it, bro. Like, I get it. And they're just sitting there like, yeah.
Nobody sold Dr. Evil's jokes. Every movie he would say something, like, he would just come up with a banger and everybody would just look and be like, no, okay.
No. you will die now.
Dude. props to Mike Myers, man. Playing all those characters, coming up with all that. He killed it, dude. He killed it. I mean, all these movies were at least 4s and 5s to me. Definitely Goldmember was a 5. You got to watch that. So I'm so glad I got to go back.
His son was funny, bro. Like his son, him and his son are in the fucking like the parent counseling thing.
Oh, that was in 1? They did that in number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, I forget.
He's like, Dad, we made so much progress, and he's like, so what? Fuck, I hate you anyway.
He's saying,
like,
my dad wants to kill me. He's like, no, that's not true. No, it's actually true. I've tried to kill him many times.
many times. He's just very squarely like his old man.
When the guy, when they have the, it was in the first one when they got the steamroller, and the construction guy is 40 feet away, and he's no, stop. And he could totally move out of the way. And he just gets crushed. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I had a great time going back and watching. If you haven't seen Austin Powers in a while, and maybe if you've never seen them, the theme song is amazing. I've been singing the theme song for the last week. It's just a banger.
Absolute to be fair, I've only seen one of the movies, but Austin Powers was not like the reason why I liked the movie.
You liked it for Dr. Evil. Dr.
Evil and his son killed it, bro. Everybody involved with Dr. Evil is funny.
Yeah. I'm not saying Austin is the
every time Austin Powers is on the goddamn screen, it was always like, I'm just horny. I'm just a horny guy. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, we're all horny, but we don't all just say it every time.
Listen, he was shagadelic, baby.
Stop.
It was groovy, baby. Yeah. I used to walk around doing that one.
Oh no.
You gotta watch the other ones, dude. You gotta watch the other ones and report back to me.
The end of the first one, the Dr. Evil is like in space, and him and his cat is freezing again. So
wait till you see how the second, because it all connects basically. It's not like they just kind of like revamp it the next one, like they just kind of forget the story that just happened. It all connects, and it pretty much picks up immediately where number 1 left off. So if you watch number 2, it's great. It's great. You know what else is great? This show. But it's over. We're done. Okay? We're done. Do you have any final...
Just like that?
That's it. Listen, the next episode, we're going to be celebrating fucking Christmas. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Feliz Navidad.
I'll wear my costume.
Wear your Santa costume. We may have some fun surprises, ready for you next week. You never know what's going to happen. You may get a visit from Santa. Who knows? Who knows?
Get your wheelchair ramps ready.
That's it. I hope your house is disability friendly. Let Santa up in the wheelchair, bro. Get your ramps out. Get your collapsible ramps. Anything you'd like to say before we end this off?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace and love. See you next time.